The minions are on a mission to find the rarest and most powerful artifact in the universe, the tidal wave tumble. Legend has it that the one who possesses the tidal wave tumble can control the very forces of nature. But what the minions really want it for is to use it to get more bananas. As they search for the tidal wave tumble, the minions stumble upon an old abandoned carnival. And there it is, the tidal wave tumble, covered in dust and cobwebs. The minions are ecstatic, but they have no idea how to use it, they just know it looks like fun. A minion tries to climb inside the tidal wave tumble, but quickly realizes it won't budge. He pulls and he pushes, but it's no use. Just then, Kevin gets an idea. He grabs two rocks and places them on either side of the tumble. Then he climbs inside and uses his weight to tip it up. It works, but not how they expected. Instead of going up, the whole thing tips over and the minions fall out, crashing into a nearby tree. They look at each other, then back at the tidal wave tumble and decide they need to figure this out. As they ponder how to make the tidal wave tumble work, they discover a strange device attached to it. It looks complicated, but the minions aren't intimidated. With some trial and error, they figure out how to make it work. It's a lever. They watch in amazement as the lever lifts the heavy rock effortlessly. An evil laugh echoes through the carnival. The minions turn to see a familiar face, Gru. He reveals that the tidal wave tumble is actually a super rare lever, the rarest of all the simple machines. The minions gasp in awe. Gru explains that levers are simple machines that make work easier by amplifying the effort put into them. He shows how a small effort can move a much larger load. The minions are amazed. This is even better than they thought. Imagine how many bananas they could get if they had this thing working. But Gru isn't done teaching them yet. He points to another contraption nearby, a pulley system connected to a crane. He explains that pulleys are also simple machines that make work easier by changing the direction of force and reducing the effort needed to lift heavy things. The minions watch as Gru uses the pulley to lift a heavy crate full of bananas. Gru decides to take things up a notch. He hooks the pulley to the lever, creating a banana-powered crane. But it's too much for the system to handle, and everything comes crashing down. The minions, covered in bananas, look at each other sheepishly. Maybe they got ahead of themselves. Suddenly, a loud crash startles them. They turn to see that the tidal wave tumble has fallen over again. It landed on a pile of old tires, springs, and rods, creating a big bump. One minion notices that when you turn the wheel in a circle, the rod moves back and forth. He turns the wheel faster and the rod moves faster. Another minion gets the idea to connect the rod to something else. He attaches it to a large fan, and when he turns the wheel, the fan spins rapidly. Gru walks over and explains that what they've discovered is called a wheel and axle, another one of the 6 simple machines. He shows how the wheel and axle work together to increase speed and reduce friction, making it easier to do work. The minions are astounded. They never knew that something so simple could do so much. With the power of the wheel and axle, the minions build a banana-powered go-kart and race around the carnival. They zoom past Gru, who watches with a smile. The minions have learned that simple machines can make work easier, and they can't wait to use them to get even more bananas. At the end of the day, the minions proved that even the smallest of machines can do big things. And with a little imagination and a lot of bananas, anything is possible.